Now return to Let's Play SimCity 2000. Okay, couple things first. First of all, I need to get my everything situated again. Okay, so let's do connection there, because that thing needs to be connected. And speaking of traffic, we're going to deal with that. So first things first, let's look at you. We can look at traffic here, and we can see that, well, I mean, I can see, maybe you can't see it, they put gray on gray, which is fantastic. But we've actually seen a dip in traffic thanks to the subways. So if we look here, traffic congestion is right about here, and then it dips here, presumably when we put in the subway. So we're going to put in more mass transit, and let's see, let's put that down. And we're going to look at these areas right here as kind of our destination. So let's go into the bus depot. I'm going to put one right here. Thinking of putting one right here, but that is a little bit of a distance. So maybe if I put one in the middle? How about we put one in the middle there? I think we also maybe want to put one here. And I should put one here somewhere as well. But let's go ahead and turn this back on. We could take that out. That's an abandoned building right there. No reason not to put it there. Can we just build right on top of it? Hey, we can. Okay, now maybe another one over here. We've kind of been neglecting all sorts of mass transit in this direction. I think I'm going to put it right here at this block, or at this junction, I should say. So I want to leave this as a connection, and I think I'll leave this as a connection too, but let's go ahead and put the road here, but not connect it to the neighbor yet. I'll probably have to destroy that. That way we can expand upon our industrial. Okay, so hopefully this connection here, when we make it, will allow for a connection directly into our industry, and this will be where we gain new traffic for everybody else. Also, where are we at here with this? Okay, we probably have too much. Let's lower this to like 80. Maybe 75? Yeah, let's put it at 75 for right now. Because we put in the second police station, we don't need to actually necessarily have as much. So we've gone down quite a bit, from like 500 crimes to just a little under 200. Also, we've got a very large amount of green space needed. So I actually did write this down, and I hope... let's connect the bus depots whilst we're here. That's kind of an important deal. So that one should be connected, and then this one should also be connected because it is right next to the powered mayor's house here. Hopefully this is still the same. So I have got too much commercial for all of this. I need 32 3x3 blocks of residential to make up for all the blockage of the commercial that I've currently got. And right now I've got 22, so I need a lot more. So we're going to at least put that down for now, and you know what, let's actually put this down as well, over here. So that should be, what, 5, 8, I'm going to need a bit more, but I don't really want to put that in just yet. Let's fill this one in here. I'm going to put it there. I was thinking about putting it here. Just kind of filling in that whole area. Actually, that would definitely get us all situated here. I'm going to hold off on that though. And then we need a lot of... We've got 15 3x3s of industrial, and I need 24, so a lot more. God damn this song. put in one more. And I noticed there's an interesting thing here. I might actually want to put this as industry. I don't know. The interesting thing I noticed here, industries. So we have quite a bit right now in the financial and construction sectors, but demand is almost nothing for that. So I'm kind of tempted to take a little bit in the tax rates and maybe kill off some of that construction. I don't know if construction is actually like construction because of all the stuff we're building, or if that is where the industries are geared towards. We'll think about that in a minute though. So we've increased a little bit there. Let's now go to... Oh, did you see that? For just a little bit. Okay. Oh no. Tornado twists new city. A mutant parrot. Fight over port access. Unconscionable taxes. It's vogue to complain about taxes. Just look at the bum rap the tax collectors got in the Bible, but complaining about taxes does not solve the primary problem. Well, wait a minute, what? Town demands wealth to run its programs. Attempts at public transit have failed in the past due to lack of public support. Asthmatics are having a particularly hard time. Okay, so I'm trying to work at the air quality with the mass transit. Growth has started on the parrot's big toe shortly after their arrival. Experts agree the change is the result of toxic waste. Okay, so pollution's really bad. Pollution's really bad. And that was a very, very, very short-lived... You know what? I'm going to stop doing pause and I'm just going to go to turtle. That was a very short-lived tornado. Thankfully, had no impact on the city whatsoever. But I've seen a few things pop up here. And one of which is... Oh my god. One of which was water. Which does sort of look to be an issue. Very, very, very briefly, it also had mentioned rail, but I think maybe now we're taking care of that. Let's go to maybe llama speed. Let's check out the bus stations. Bus stations have not been used yet. Alright, what's going on here? Nothing there. Need more funded schools. I think we're fine on the schools. We need more people to get to school. Police department. Crime is comparable to the national average. So we could probably raise that a bit more. To be honest. We could maybe lower that down. Okay. Let's actually look at the tax situation. What's wrong with the taxes? Probably this. So I'll lower that. They shouldn't complain overly much at 8%. At least in theory. Time's moving forward a little bit slowly. That's good, because it gives me a chance to actually focus on something. Okay, so now we're at 539 passengers in our bus system. That's good. What does the subway system look like? 614. Let's go ahead and check on this. Let's look at traffic now. Okay, look at that, look at that. So, traffic was about here, and then now it's down here. It went from 44 to 4. So even though we're seeing this traffic show up here on the roads, it's gone down considerably, which hopefully will also have an impact on pollution. But that's good. That's more than good. That's actually... okay, water shortage again. Well, then we have to pause and put in more pumps. I don't know that there is much solution beyond this, to be honest, as far as water goes. Two pipes, connect that up and connect that up, and I think we have to do some electrical connection, though, to make that work. Let's go back to llama speed now. That makes me nervous. Residents demand a marina. Okay. And they demand a zoo. Okay. Well, let's turn this down to turtle speed. Think about that. So for a marina, I think we could put one right here. It has to partially be on land and partially be on water. I was just going to put water pumps here, but I honestly think maybe this is a better place for this. With the mayor's house, though, that might be doubling up. You know what? Let's go here. Let's do it like right here. There we go. So there's the marina, and then they want a zoo as well. Now this is a 4x4. Yes, it is. It's 4x4. So I'm going to struggle to put this one down. I could put it here, but I really don't think I want to. And it also costs a ton of money. So that's something else to think about. I didn't really think about that with the marina. The marina was only 1,000, so at least that's something. But we'll hold off on increasing for a zoo. Hurricane warning. That's not so great. Check out our funding here. We got a sea level in hospitals now, and our giant office building is back. We're storing water into the system, so that's good. And A+ in schools. So far, so good. Other than just the ever-increasing demands, I think I may just go ahead and put this here for industrial. I would really rather not put shoreline for industrial uses because of the value that it has, but I guess for, 1920s, they would probably put industrial by a waterway. That's how they would transport things up and down a river. So, we kind of need that. So we'll do it. And actually, let's de-zone this for potential future usage for another connecting bridge over here. Of course, we need to make sure we are using power lines. So that leaves an empty little spot here that's not good for much, as well as along here. You know what I could actually do? I'm going to de-zone this before this even gets a chance. I'm going to de-zone it because what I want to actually do instead is prepare it for use with a port. Ports are expensive, I believe. 150? Okay, not too bad. Now it's a seaport, though. Does that work on the river? Now that I think about it, I'm not sure that's a true thing. So instead, why don't we go put that back? I'm wasting so much money here. You know what, though? Let's just try it. Let's just put down a little smattering of sea lane here and see if it develops. Because what I can actually do now is also use this for water pumping, and I know you don't really want water pumps up right on the other side of dirty pollution. There is a minimum size to this, I think. Let's set speed a little bit higher here. There we go. Okay, so we'll just have port front territory here. Now this, the seaport does help industry. Uh-oh. It says tornado and earthquake at the same time. How awful. If you can read this, mayor is rated 68%. You're lucky. New City isn't producing its share of literate inhabitants. Children are the future of this country. When we fail to give them education they demand, we fail ourselves. A recent grade school spelling bee included 50 students, and nobody won. In the 8th round, all but 2 were eliminated. In the next round, those 2 students failed every word from boulevard to levee for the next 9 hours. Times are tough, and there aren't enough jobs to employ the population. Residents suffer. Okay. So I guess what we're saying is we need to raise education. We just need more schools. I fail to see how that is true, though, because what we're seeing here... Let's actually not. I have to get out of the habit of pausing, otherwise this will never advance. What we're seeing here is very weird, because, one, there is a massive amount of capacity for this, and it's at a good grade, but if we look at our education level, it's not that great. Boy, there is something in the manual that says what we should be at, and I think what you want is ideally above 120, 140 for like the high-end jobs. But yeah, like at 75, we're not doing so great. So I guess I could put another school down. I feel the redundancy of that, though, is going to just be a money soak. We don't really need it. I mean, he says we do. I just don't understand what I'm looking at, I guess. There. This just shows density. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I can put one down. I could also put down museums and libraries as well. That's an option. So museums are 3x3s. Libraries are 2x2s. So let's go ahead and put a 2x2 library down by the marina. And let's put a museum over here to block this dirty, filthy industry. Oh, right, I can't. So I should have actually put the library over here. Forgot all about that. But let's look at this anyway. Grade F. Yeah, probably because... Raise it a little bit more. I still think we're fine. Power plant is needed. We're not fine on that. Okay. Well, shall I... Let's go ahead and prepare this, actually. Well, let's not prepare it just yet, because I'm actually out of money. Let's run this for a bit. Power plant is needed, though. We are seeing... Yeah, this is a huge, huge, huge soak-up of energy, so that's kind of where we're going wrong. Ooh, look at that. What is that building? Historic office building. Very cool. Okay, so I'm going to take this energy thing a little bit more seriously now that I got a little bit of money. And, I mean, I'm really tempted to just put it here. But I had an idea for what I want to do here. So I'm not going to do a big terraforming project right now. But eventually I want to terraform this. I'm not going to do the full thing here just because I think it looks a little weird that it's, you know, right behind the pumps and whatnot. Yeah, I want to build another lake here and then have a river coming out. So we'll continue that. So let's actually look at our map here. Police suck. Police car, okay. So we're having police issues again. National average. God, do we just bump it up? What is causing that massive increase in crime? That's kind of what I'm interested in figuring out. What is behind all of that? Probably the fact that we went with full-on density. Okay, C+ now. That. We just need to sit on more money generation right now is all. We're seeing a lot of dense fill-in, though. A lot of dense fill-in. And I'm actually surprised that this port, even though it's working, has not caused dramatic drop-off in industrial need. So my ratios must be off again. But I think it's time to move on from this area of the city anyhow. I just want to sit on a little bit more money. Maybe what I'll do... why don't I put in a little bit more industrial right here? And then, since I can't build any buildings or anything like that, we'll kind of fill this in with some commercial as a buffer. And then we'll build our new little neighborhoods out here. Okay, where are we at here? No new ordinances need to be down. Crime, still an issue. That one already, he's just saying the same thing. And we have too many roads. As always. So as far as a tight, compact little city, despite the problems, as long as it remains profitable, I guess we can consider this a success. We're seeing demand again, because we've had jobs. So what is the that is not the right one. What is the unemployment situation? Get out of it. So unemployment is at 9, 11. Pollution blows. We're having pollution issues again. It's all because of heavily industrialized and heavily dense zones. We're almost at 9,000 people. That's growing. And wow. Corporate headquarters. We've lost out on our historic building, unfortunately, but man, look how absolutely monolithic this thing is. I mean, when you consider these little homes, right? Already the police station and the fire station are just enormous buildings. But look at this. Look at this compared to the little cars and the little people that live in these little houses. Like, this thing is a mountain. And it's kind of surprising that that's even over there, to be honest. Wow, we have 4 employees at the mayor's house. So either I'm a terrible employer and no one wants to work in my place, or we're just able to do more with less. But now that we got some money, let's go ahead and think about what I want to do here. So if I want to continue this road right here, let's put the speed to at least turtle. We need to flatten this one. Now that is a very long tunnel. The alternative would be putting it here, which frankly is actually just as long if you think about it. So let's do that. Let's grab leveling of terrain. Pull one more out. There we go. We'll level that out. So now if I'm not mistaken, we can take a tunnel. We'll put it right here, and 2,000 buckaroonies. Yep, that's yikes. So already I've cut half of my ability to fund a new neighborhood here. Not so good. Not so good. Okay. So this is going to cause issues for transport if we don't build our own neighborhood out here. So let's think about, I want a road. So I'm going to have a river that comes out of here, which means I want water plants on either side, water pumps on either side. So let's consider this being sort of my gap. That's going to leave me with 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Actually, that works perfectly for that. Except now I'm too far away. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3. Should I just maybe do some 6x6s on this side instead? Just create a smaller little neighborhood, especially since I don't want it to be as dense. Let's think about that instead. You know what? We'll keep that road. It's not the best, but we'll keep that road. Alright, so what we're going to do here now is pull that back. Let's think about this for a minute here. Before I forget, there we go. Okay, so I need to have pipes coming this way. We'll have them coming down this way so that they make sense. this way and this way with them. Okay. So that's that. Now we need electricity, which... Alright, let's do something like that. Okay, and then I think we're good there. What we're not so good on is where am I putting the industry? I guess I could have the industry along the back and then have commercial here, and so instead of little housing areas here, I could have them along... Actually, that's a good idea, because these will be waterfront properties, and therefore they will be worth a lot more money. So let's go ahead and I guess just start putting down some of these. We'll put light industrial out here on this side, and let's turn that to llama speed. I could go to cheetah speed. Watch this pop up out here. Hurricane warning. Once again, I am doing an absolutely awful job of keeping track of my ratio, so I'll be doing that after this episode ends. I'm just going to have to keep a piece of paper nearby and keep an eye on it. Crime is now at an all-time low. Fantastic. Fire response is adequate. Grade schools. Okay. Cut back on services for better funding. Yeah. You know, admittedly, $500, or excuse me, simoleons. 500 simoleons a year is not a lot, but when you consider we've started building this town from scratch with 200,000 or 20,000 simoleons. Wow, I can't do math or monies anymore. Apparently, 20,000 simoleons is where we started. So when we're making, well, really 400 simoleons a year, that's all right. That's all right for its growth. Strange what we're seeing with the fluctuation of this. We have completely killed... look at this for a moment here. Let's turn you off. We've completely killed traffic in this area, largely thanks to our public transport. What are we doing with public transport right now? 600. So it stayed relatively the same. This is where the issue is. And one way I can think to fix that might be to put a train station. Because even though this has a route through here with the subway, we got highways now. It's not helping traffic. So that's very interesting that actually all of this industrial traffic seems to be amongst itself and a little bit into commercial. It's no longer people going to work, it's now the transportation of goods. That is interesting. Let's also put in some more industrial right in there, just kind of fill that in. And, I don't know, should we do a small park out here? Just to kind of beautify a little bit of these pointless areas? I'll save this because I'm still contemplating putting some water pumps there. Alright, let's go to llama speed, put this back in. And we just apparently need tons more industrial. So one thing I could do... See, demand is sort of all over the place here. But it's definitely not in construction. So I could start giving tax breaks to some of these places. And cutting back on construction and finance. If for nothing else other than just, you know, a little bit of money. I could also, what is the current rate for bonds? No advice for this time. I actually need to look at this rate. Yeah, the Fed rate. The Fed rate is, no, that's national population. Fed rate is 5%, which is not the best it could be, but it's not terrible either. What was that? Just heard something that sounded like... Oh, it's boats. Sounded like the electrical... Zzz. So I thought maybe we were having an electric problem. We're still saying it's a C+ there. Grade F for hospitals. So maybe I should throw a little bit more money that way. I think she's just stopped giving me good advice. She was like, you need a hospital. Yes, we do. Okay, now traffic is zooming in again. And then quickly disappearing again. Strange. Well, we need more industry. And I guess we'll have to have that out here. Although, this industry... Can they just not find jobs now? Since I'm going to make this a much longer road, we'll have this be the connector to the neighbors. See if this develops at all. Well, one way to kill demand is to raise the taxes on it. But that's not really what we want. Okay, so a lot of that is crashing down, and then looks like it's rebuilding out here. Pollution Committee developed. Okay, we're still having that issue. Bikes crush cars. Bike riders in downtown New City are passing cars right and left. Although bicycle messengers typically transport letters and packages, they have been receiving more requests to transport citizens. One driver, late for an important meeting, left his car sitting in frozen traffic, then summoned a passing cyclist. He offered the two-wheeled messenger $800 to deliver him 2 blocks away. Following this news, organizers met for a banquet. This journalist had evil meat and prayed to Ralph in the garden. A local historian was quoted as saying, "It just proves the more things change, the more they stay the same." Observers didn't believe the incident was true, though they did agree a few warm whatevers. Cranky court ruling. The cranky Diane Stevens suit was ruled on last Tuesday as a test case of the child care issue. Due to the politically sensitive nature of the trial, judges declined to comment on this decision. Judge Matthews, however, had the following to say about a pending Senate bill. "I'm not sure we should continue examining this proposal. Associations were overjoyed at the ruling. Finally, government pays attention to our needs. Chances are 61 out of 100 that this will affect Mayor SimCity 2000's mayor campaign strategy. Scientists deny incidents of this nature can be explained by natural..." What the hell is this? What are you talking about? So they're still talking about taxes here. We're going to move forward on the song. Something that's a little bit too loud. Okay, well, so is traffic bad or not, then? That's something I'm not really... Traffic is super down. Unemployment is still going up. So that's kind of, I guess, what is tied to the job thing here. We can put in more. But the fact that it's not developing here is concerning to me. See, I really don't want to cross the threshold of this. So I'm not actually sure what I've... Is it maybe this? Is this created too much demand? With the port there? I think maybe. So let's go ahead and put down a little bit of light residential out here, and maybe that'll create a new suburban neighborhood where people... Subways pounded. New City Council press release this week stated that the city was delaying plans to expand on public transit. We just don't need any right now. Okay. We must look to the future. Okay, now this is bumping up out here. We are suddenly having a pretty big demand for commercial. And immediately we saw a little bit of traffic right there as it was trying to simulate this. Oh my god, this is an annoying song. Okay. Okay, now we're creating a little bit of a good thing here. Mutant Piglet. Williams family is a typical New City family with a typical piglet for a pet. We still got pollution issues. Let's do... Ooh, here we go. Tax revenue is going up. That's what I was hoping for here. We would see the demand as a new little neighborhood here. Power plant is needed again. Okay. Well, let's continue on here. So we'll do water. Water everywhere. I guess I could put that in on these corners now that I know. At least it maximizes it just a little bit more. 11 grand in the bank. I think we'll take care of this. We should be good for a considerable amount of time. We have nuclear power now, so we could consider doing that, except that, of course, it's super expensive. Okay. And then I'm just going to come in here with a little bit of water. And we're going to just kind of make this into a thing. So let's connect this up here. How can I do this? I can make a meandering. Kind of looks bad though. Yeah, that looks alright. And then it leaves me a little bit of a 3x3. In fact, with that in mind, maybe I'd like to come in here with the leveler. Come on, you bastard. Really? Oh, that's... I didn't select the leveler. I was demolishing. Do we have to raise terrain? No, I don't know. We'll just leave it. And then we will connect it to the river. And there we go. So hopefully now that will situate this nicely for quite some time. How's our situation with water towers? Lots of stored water. Good, good. Need lots more residential, though. So I think we're going to have to consider yet more expansion. So, we could maybe expand up to here. Looks like a... oh no. Turtle speed, please. Major flood in the downtown area. The mayor's home was first to go. Can I do anything about this? Police? I don't think this is going to help. Maybe. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why you don't build a city in a floodplain. Thankfully, our very, very big building here... Ring out the children. Finally, long-awaited flood relief services are surfacing. New city residents' complaint of slow government assistance finally were heard. Thousands of ant ranchers gushed forth to help build walls and embankments and rescue Joey, the Wonder Llama. SimCity 2000 Mayor, the Mayor of New City. Okay, so the way you have to change your own name is with a hidden file in the GOG.com folders for the loader. I did not do that. In time, when I started this, I went and changed the configuration file to, say, Gaz. Apparently it does not retroactively attach that name to your city, which is very unfortunate. Anyway, getting the town back on its feet. We're losing valuable tourism money as long as the flood remains a problem, the mayor exclaimed. On the other hand, he added, we did have a cyclist call to ask if New City is going to be considered the 6th Great Lake. Now that wouldn't hurt tourism. Gross pollution still. Subway is crushed. Okay, so I don't know if they're telling me that our public transport situation is not adequate enough, or what? Is there a statistic for this? Traffic. Traffic has gone up just a little bit. How's our unemployment? How's our power? I need to be looking at these, maybe. Health. Health is at 60. I'm not sure what that means. Education's quotient is 80. Crime seems low. I don't know. They're not too terribly clear. One thing I have noticed, though, we've lost some stuff. So we lost a bus station. We lost 2 bus stations. Okay, let's put that back in immediately. That'll probably help. Thankfully, the roads are intact. We did lose a fire station. We also lost the hospital. Oh my god, this is going to be very expensive. It's, and YouTube has decided I'm not watching anymore, apparently. Oh shit. Well, that's where the mayor's house was going to go. I really don't want to destroy that and put it back down. Did I have it here before? Here before. Let's put it here now that we have the ability to do so. Although that is a little bit close, isn't it? And then we had a marina here. Oh my god. The marina is going to be super expensive to put back. And we had that expensive library as well. Yeah. Okay. Well, the mayor's house has got to find a new place to go, and maybe the mayor's house can't... Well, I don't know. Can I put the mayor's house back? I can. It's not permanently destroyed. Let's put it down by the library this time. This whole area should be a very, very, very highly boosted land value area. Okay, well, I wonder if this will help with development over here if I get on top of it because of the immediate residential demand. Again, I'm really not a fan of pushing this much closer than it already is. So maybe I can figure out something to be a buffer here. I'm not sure. But hopefully, well, I'm going to have to actually get in here, I think, and demolish this stuff and clean it up, which is going to be expensive. Shit. What did I just destroy? Well, it turns out there was actually a building there, and I just completely flattened it. Good for me. Good on you, Mayor. You know what you're doing. This is really bad. When we get some more money, I'm going to fix this, and I'm going to put the bus station elsewhere. But for now, oh boy. Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of cleanup here, unfortunately. So I'm going to end this one here. We'll take care of that next time.